Yeah, baby.
Hey everybody. Hey Jim. You know, after the last video where I put in the new battery in the E70 BMW X5, it's just been kind of bugging me the way this whole system works. I mean, the car has a computer-controlled charging system. All BMWs of that rough vintage have a computer-controlled charging system. So it's not so simple to just put in a new battery. You have to register the battery, or if you change the type of battery, you need to actually tell the computer in the car what kind of battery it is that it has, and then you register it when you put in a new one, and that allows it to give the correct amount of charge to the battery. If you don't register it, it will most likely overcharge the battery and shorten the life of the battery. Or I did read about a few instances where the whole control module for the charging from the alternator got damaged by I read this on the internet, so you know it's true. But it is something that you have to do. And what's really been bugging me about this is when I called around, before I realized how freaking easy it is, I called around and $153 at the closest place. A couple other places were $150, $175 just to register the battery. And go back and watch the last 2 minutes or so, I think, of my last video, and it shows the actual process of me registering the battery. Let me show you what I used. Actually, better still, I'm just going to put, yeah, that's my paint assistant. I'm just going to cut the clip of the actual reset process in right here. All right, this is my cool little scan tool that I got from Harbor Freight. And I turned the ignition on without starting the engine and let this link up. And then I went to the menu page. It of course said my smog status was good. It had no problems. And you see at the bottom there, it says battery reset. So let's see what that is. Saved vehicle, yes. So it says which one we have, and I want to do manual or automatic. I don't know. I'm going to say automatic. Is this your vehicle? Yes. Battery reset, battery replacement registration. That's what we want. One moment, please. Select and press. Start engine control unit. Will be running. Terminal 15 on. Next. Resetting. Hey! Okay, we're not worried about the coronavirus in here. I'm getting ready to put paint on this car, so I'm putting up some plastic sheeting around here to make sure that it doesn't get everywhere. But this is the scan tool that I used, and you can see that it's very simple. When I used it in the last video, you just plug it into the OBD port and you go to the menu, you go down to the vehicle specific stuff, and battery reset is one of the choices, and click on that. And then it gives you the choice of changing what type of battery it has or just registering a new one. Click on the register a new one. It verifies the kind of car, and bingo, you have a registered battery. It literally takes, even from the moment you decide, hey, I want to do this, and you start to go to the garage to get this, plug it in, go through the whole deal, and then put this away, close the drawer. Couldn't take more than 5 minutes. I'm not sponsored by Harbor Freight. I'm not shilling for them for any reason other than to help you guys out. But look at this. Here's my Harbor Freight ad, and there's that exact scanner So you can go in and buy that scanner for $110 right now from Harbor Freight, and you'll have it forever. So what is up with somebody charging $150 for a maximum 5-minute job? How does that work out? That's $1,800 an hour. Ugh. Okay, so I don't know. I understand having to make a buck. I get it, but $1,800 an hour is the effective rate for charging $150 for a 5-minute job, and it's actually less than a 5-minute job. I find that obscene, and yet that is what seems to be the prevailing practice in the automotive repair industry, and that's what slaughters the values on these European cars, because everyone that can't do it themselves is forced into having to deal with somebody that has no problem with the idea of charging some random public person $1,800 an hour to do a simple task. So, I don't know. That's my rant for the day. Go buy a scanner if you don't have one and register your own batteries. And as you can see, I am moving along. I'm going to paint it in the next couple of days. I really am. I wouldn't have all this plastic up if that wasn't the case. So, stay safe. Thanks for watching.
Bullshit. CDC is on it. Let them do their job. Besides, we don't have a charter.
Oh, fuck the charter, Billy. It's not about a charter. People are dying. It's about you being a doctor. It's about that sacred oath that we took, remember? Billy, we've been friends for 20 years.
Yes, we're friends, Sam, but I'm also your boss. I run this outfit. It's not run by committee. You do what the hell I say do.